What's up guys, Nathan here. This is a behind the scenes video of the Halo 2 Machinima. I did the mini Machinima short called Dun 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 I Miss Halo 2. If you haven't seen the video, it's on screen now. Click on that, it will take you to the video itself. Anyway, down to business, pretty much. Yeah, so basically you're probably thinking to yourself, well, it's a pretty good Machinima. I can tell you did it in custom games because you've got coloured Spartans. No, you're wrong. I actually did it in campaign, which you're now probably confused as to, wait a second, that's not possible because Master Chief is like a sort of a sage kind of colour, you know? Well, I will prove it to you. If I click on this, which is the raw footage, you can tell it's the thing. It's split screen as well. When I recorded this, I did it in split screen, and that's like the first panning shot, you know, I Miss Halo 2, a mini Machinima. Scroll forward, there's one of the camera angles, he nods his head up and down. Hold on, it's going to get to another camera angle. He nods his head up and down, it's the same fucking thing, and it's a green Spartan. It's basically Master Chief's colour. So I'll basically show you how I did it. So first of all, hold on, let me pause this because it's going to keep playing as I'm talking. Minimise that, la-di-da-di-da. Alright, so to do this, you need to get the clip, the original clip, and put it down, and then you're going to want to basically find where you want the camera angle, because obviously you don't want split screen on the screen like that, because then you're going to have two screens. Let me just undo that a sec. So you get the camera wherever you want it, you know, wherever you think's good, but I'll keep it there because it's going to look weird on the screen over there. And then you duplicate this clip twice, so you put one above it, and then another one above it. On the top layer, you go into Event Pan Crop, that's a little square there, and you draw around your Spartan. So you basically do this. You draw around where, you know, what you need to, all the green parts. So all that's green, you cut out some of the black, not all the black, like his neck will be there still. But you've cut around a lot of it, and you have to cut around the visor as well, or else you'll have like a green visor. So then what you do is, let me click on this. When you've drawn around him, you set the mode to negative. Usually it'd be on positive, which would be like that. But you click negative, and it's basically all the colour will be inside the cutout. It won't be the other way around. Anyway, this is confusing you now probably. Go to both, and then change this to 4.0. So you go from 0 to 4.0. So it like kind of fades it out a little bit. I could have it on 0, but it doesn't look as good. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. But still, you know, I prefer it like that. Anyway, on this second clip, the second one at the bottom, you hit the Event Effects button and you go to Chroma Key. So you add Effect and then look for Chroma Key. And you basically get the colour of Master Chief's armour. And you know what that is. It's kind of a sagey colour. You just get the colour of his armour. Like for instance, I do that. It's the colour of that now. But let's undo that. There we go. So once you've done that, you then on the bottom clip do the same thing again, but don't click Chroma Key. Go to Colour Corrector, and you pretty much change the colour wherever you want. So at the moment it's set to green, but I could make him like a Griff kind of colour if I wanted to. Well, that's probably a bit too orange for Griff. There you go. There you go. Now he looks like Griff from Red vs. Blue. You could make him look like Tucker from Red vs. Blue if you do that. It's a bit like Tucker now, or you can make him really girly looking if you did this. If you really wanted to have like a really bright purpley pinkish type of Spartan, then you could do that. So basically what I did to get the colour for the green Spartan, I clicked green midtones, which is like a preset. And for the blue Spartan, I did blue midtones. But let me go back to green again. This exact same effect is what I used to do the energy sword effect on my old video. Where is it? I'll just briefly show you this. Machinima, series movies, Agent Zero, shorts, Agent Zero vs. Assassin. Warning. Let me just skip through this till you see like the green energy sword. Let me skip to a good bit where he's picking the sword up. Right, so this is like one of my old Machinimas. It's not that old, but yeah, it's like a few months ago. You get green energy sword, the exact same effects, near enough. So that's what I used, pretty much. It's a bit blurry there on that shot, but you can pretty much see that that's a green energy sword. I did the same effect as I did with that, and that's pretty much how you do it. You probably got confused with this. I had to do this for each of the clips, by the way, so for that one, that's a completely different cutout. I had to individually cut him out again, and I had to, like, with him it was trickier because he had like a gap in his arm, so I had to like go and miss that entire gap, or else the ground behind him would have been blue as well. But yeah, you get the picture. That is pretty much how I did it. So yeah, a lot of you before watching this were probably like, oh, you know, he just did it in custom games because there's no other way to get a coloured Spartan. But no, now you see, I did it in campaign. I will now briefly, before the video ends, it will end very shortly, but before it does end, I'll tell you why I did it in campaign. The only reason why was because when I went in custom games to do this, none of the maps were available. I clicked on a map like Zanzibar, which is, you know, the last resort map from Halo 3, and it said map unavailable. I couldn't go on it. I tried every single map, Beaver Creek, I tried Coagulation, none of them worked. None of the maps were working, so I had to go into campaign. And fortunately, I clicked on the second mission, and a cool thing about it was, I don't know if you noticed or not, but from the original footage, let me just go to this real fast. Right, so, as you may notice, on the screen, you're not seeing a shield or a radar, or like, you know, you're not seeing the radar in the bottom left, you're not seeing the shield at the top. The reason for that is because on the second mission of the Halo 2 campaign, you can pick up the blind skull, as it's at the beginning of the mission. You pick up the blind skull, it turns off your hood, and it's really good for camera angles and stuff. The only thing it doesn't get rid of is this green triangle thing, but like I say, I zoomed in on the character anyway to get the best thing. It does make it more pixelated by zooming in, but it wasn't too bad in the end. The final result came out okay, I do believe. I will be making another Halo 2 Machinima, because I got like other shots here for like another thing, like a guy at a checkout kind of thing, talking to a guy. If you want to know how to lower your weapon on Halo 2, you basically just get rid of all of your grenades, and when you've got no grenades, hold down L2. L2, what the fuck? This isn't PS2, what am I talking about? PlayStation, fucking Xbox. You hold down the left trigger, my bad, yeah. Hold down the left trigger, the grenade button, when there are no grenades, and you keep it held down and your gun is lowered. To hire your gun, release the trigger. It's pretty cool. I wish they would do that in later games. But in the later games like Reach and stuff in Halo 3, you had to like do fucking, you have to hold down like 7 buttons for 2 seconds and then it would be lowered for the whole thing. It's kind of silly. I preferred the Halo 2 one. It's really cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. I've talked long enough. I need to get this video out. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. And happy Easter once again, and have a nice day.